Welcome, Sigma sisters. As Sigma females, we see the world through a unique lens. While most people gravitate toward what's popular or familiar, we're drawn to the hidden, the overlooked, and the extraordinary. Our curiosity pushes us beyond the surface, finding meaning where others might not even think to look. We don't follow the beaten path. Instead, we embrace what sets us apart, seeking depth and authenticity in everything we do. In today's video, we'll uncover the fascinating traits that make Sigma females stand out, interests that others might find unusual, but to us, they reveal the true essence of life. Subscribe to the Sigma Sisterhood channel to stay connected with more empowering content. Together, we'll continue to explore the power of embracing what makes us different. Let's dive in, Sigma sisters. First, hyper-awareness of body language in conflict. In any heated moment, most people get lost in the words being thrown around. The tone, the volume, the intensity of speech. But as a Sigma female, you operate on a different frequency. You don't just hear the words, you decode the hidden signals beneath the conversation. It's not the loudest voice in the room that captures your attention, but the smallest, almost invisible cues that reveal what's really happening. The slight twitch of an eyebrow, the way someone crosses their arms defensively, or the way their foot taps in anxiety. These are all indicators that most people overlook, but you see them clearly. Sigma females possess an innate ability to pick up on these signs because you understand that communication runs deeper than words. It's in the unspoken moments, the subtle gestures that reveal the truth behind someone's emotional state. But it doesn't stop at mere observation. As a Sigma, you have the unique power to analyze and interpret these cues instantly, giving you an edge in any conflict. You know when someone is masking their true feelings, whether it's insecurity, fear, or frustration, and you navigate around these hidden emotions with ease. This allows you to diffuse situations or anticipate someone's next move, often before they've even realized it themselves. While others are stuck reacting to the argument, you're already steps ahead, using your heightened awareness to see the bigger picture. You move with purpose, responding not just to what's being said, but to what's left unsaid, mastering the art of reading the room. It's more than a skill. It's your superpower. Second, fascination with lost languages and scripts. While the world is busy learning popular languages or staying current with modern communication, Sigma females are drawn to something more ancient and mysterious. Lost languages and forgotten scripts. Imagine standing at the edge of history, where faded symbols and cryptic scripts hold the secrets of entire civilizations. To most, they may seem like obsolete relics from a bygone era, but to a Sigma female, they represent a challenge, a puzzle waiting to be solved. This fascination isn't just about understanding the written words themselves, but about diving deeper into the minds and cultures of those who came before us. Every lost language holds a piece of history, a story that has been buried with time. As a Sigma, you seek to uncover that hidden narrative, to decode the symbols that once carried immense knowledge, wisdom, and tradition. It's more than an academic pursuit, it's an adventure. You understand that the markings on a cave wall or the ink of an ancient scroll are more than just artifacts. They are gateways to understanding the human experience in a way that transcends time. You dive into these texts with curiosity and determination, piecing together fragments of what was once a living, breathing form of communication. For you, the thrill lies in the unknown, in exploring the mysteries that others have long forgotten. It's like being an archaeologist of language, dusting off the sands of time to uncover insights into how people thought, lived, and expressed themselves. This pursuit of forgotten knowledge enriches your understanding of the world today and allows you to appreciate the depth of human ingenuity throughout the ages. 3. Analyzing human nature, not just actions. Sigma females don't just observe the world, they dissect it. When it comes to understanding people, most are content with just scratching the surface, analyzing actions at face value. But not you. You're not satisfied with the what, you want to know the why. You look beyond actions to the motivations that drive them, exploring the deeper emotional and psychological layers beneath every behavior. Why does someone react a certain way in a particular situation? What unspoken fears, insecurities, or desires are shaping their choices? You approach these questions with the precision of a detective and the empathy of a close friend. For you, human nature is endlessly fascinating because every person is a complex puzzle of contradictions, vulnerabilities, and hidden strengths, and you're determined to figure them out. It's not about manipulation or control, it's about understanding. You don't just want to know how people act, you want to understand the entire spectrum of emotions and experiences that inform their decisions. This insight allows you to connect with others on a deeper level, often surprising people with your ability to empathize with their internal struggles, even when they themselves might not fully understand them. Your ability to analyze and empathize gives you an edge in relationships and social dynamics, allowing you to navigate complex situations with a level of awareness that few possess. It's not a burden for you. It's a gift. You find joy in peeling back the layers of human nature, revealing the true motivations behind every action, and creating deeper, more meaningful connections in the process. 4. Self-interrogation as a habit. While many avoid introspection, Sigma females run toward it with open arms. Self-reflection isn't just a passing thought for you, it's a way of life. You regularly ask yourself tough, uncomfortable questions. Why did I react like that? What am I really feeling? What's driving this decision? This constant self-interrogation isn't about self-doubt. It's about growth, clarity, and authenticity. As a Sigma, you hold yourself to a higher standard, always striving to be better, more aware, more in control of your own thoughts and emotions. You know that true strength comes from understanding yourself deeply, from being willing to confront the uncomfortable truths that others avoid. You don't let yourself off the hook with easy answers. Instead, you push yourself to dive deeper, to uncover the real reasons behind your actions and decisions. This habit of self-interrogation is like sharpening a blade. You constantly hone your awareness, ensuring that you are always moving through life with intention and purpose. You're not afraid to challenge your assumptions or to question long-held beliefs. In fact, you thrive on it. This relentless pursuit of truth allows you to stay adaptable, evolving with each new insight and experience. For you, self-awareness is power. It gives you the clarity to navigate life's challenges with confidence, knowing that you've done the internal work to understand your own motivations. While others might be swept away by their emotions or trapped by their insecurities, you stand grounded in the knowledge of who you are and what you want. This self-interrogation makes you a master of personal growth, always striving to reach new heights of self-awareness and authenticity. 5. Independent research and learning. Sigma females are natural-born learners, but you don't just passively absorb information from mainstream sources. You crave knowledge that is off the beaten path, and you go out of your way to find it. Whether it's digging into rare manuscripts, obscure academic papers, or the less traveled corners of the internet, your approach to learning is self-directed and relentless. You understand that the mainstream narrative doesn't always provide the full picture, and that true understanding often requires a more nuanced, independent approach. You're not interested in simply accepting the status quo. You question everything. You're drawn to subjects that others might consider niche or even irrelevant, because you know that wisdom can come from unexpected places. For you, research is a personal journey. It's not about cramming for a test or impressing others with facts. It's about following your curiosity wherever it leads you. You might spend hours investigating an obscure philosopher, or diving deep into the mechanics of an ancient civilization. Your learning is never superficial. You immerse yourself fully, often becoming an expert in areas that others barely know exist. And here's the thing. This thirst for knowledge isn't just intellectual, it's empowering. The more you learn, the more confident you become in your ability to navigate the world. You're not easily influenced because you've done your own homework. You can hold your own in any conversation, often surprising others with the depth of your understanding. This independent approach to learning sets you apart. While others are content with the information readily available, you forge your own path, seeking out truths that others overlook. And in doing so, you become a repository of wisdom, not just for yourself, but for others who seek your insight. 6. Mastery of personal boundaries. In a world where people often overextend themselves to please others or fear saying no, Sigma females are boundary-setting champions. You've mastered the art of creating clear, firm, personal boundaries that protect your peace of mind and emotional well-being. But it's not just about keeping others out. It's about knowing yourself so deeply that you understand where your limits lie and refusing to compromise on them. Setting boundaries is not something you do out of spite or selfishness. Quite the contrary. You understand that protecting your energy is essential to living a balanced and fulfilling life. This self-respect extends into every facet of your world, from personal relationships to professional commitments. You don't shy away from making tough calls if it means safeguarding your mental health or emotional stability. Your ability to set boundaries also plays a critical role in how you navigate social situations. You're highly selective about the people you allow into your inner circle, ensuring that those around you align with your values and respect your space. This isn't about being aloof or distant. It's about creating a safe environment where you can thrive, grow, and be your authentic self without distractions or drama. The beauty of your boundary setting isn't just in saying no, but in understanding when to say yes. You know when it's worth giving your time and energy, and when it's better to walk away. You're not afraid to decline invitations, step away from draining relationships, or reject obligations that don't align with your goals. And because of this, you move through life with a sense of freedom and autonomy that others often envy. By mastering personal boundaries, you maintain a sense of control over your life that empowers you to focus on what truly matters. Your time is yours, your energy is sacred, and you use both wisely. 7. Emotional independence. Perhaps one of the most defining traits of a Sigma female is your emotional independence. While the world often romanticizes codependency and the need for external validation, you find strength in your ability to stand alone. You are deeply in tune with your own emotions, but you don't rely on others to define or validate them. This doesn't mean you don't appreciate relationships or emotional connections, but it does mean you're capable of thriving whether you're in one or not. Emotional independence isn't about detachment or apathy. It's about having the resilience to manage your emotional world without leaning too heavily on others for support. You've built a solid foundation within yourself, and that gives you a sense of calm and security that few possess. This is especially evident during times of stress or challenge, where others might crumble under pressure. You remain steady, anchored by your inner strength. You've cultivated a mindset where you understand that your happiness, well-being, and emotional stability come from within. You don't outsource these things to relationships, careers, or external circumstances. You're fully aware that relying on outside sources for your emotional needs can lead to disappointment or heartbreak, so you've invested in yourself. And it pays off. This emotional autonomy allows you to approach life with a fearless attitude. Whether facing rejection, criticism, or uncertainty, you know that none of it can shake your core because you are the architect of your own emotional landscape. You don't look to others for validation or permission to feel worthy. You already know your worth. In relationships, this makes you a powerful partner. You're not clingy or overly dependent, but you are deeply connected when you choose to be. Your emotional independence is not a wall. It's a strong foundation that allows you to build meaningful connections without losing yourself in the process. 8. Resistance to peer pressure. While many struggle to break free from societal expectations and the pressure to conform, Sigma females walk a different path entirely. You march to the beat of your own drum, guided by your values, beliefs, and internal compass. Peer pressure has little to no effect on you because you've learned to trust yourself over the opinions or expectations of others. This resistance to peer pressure isn't just about rejecting trends or ignoring social norms. It's about being fully aware of who you are and what you stand for. You don't let the crowd dictate your decisions. nor do you bend to the will of others simply to fit in. Your sense of self is so strong that external influences, whether from friends, family, or society at large, can't easily sway you. Your independence in this area doesn't mean you're indifferent to others. In fact, you can be incredibly empathetic and understanding. But you also know where to draw the line between genuine connection and compromising your identity. You're unafraid to say no, even when it's unpopular, because you know that true happiness comes from living authentically, not from pleasing others. Whether it's refusing to follow a trend you don't believe in, or standing firm on a decision when everyone else is pushing in a different direction, you have the courage to be the outlier. And because of this, people often look up to you. They admire your ability to stay true to yourself, even when the pressure to conform is intense. Your resistance to peer pressure empowers you to live life on your own terms, charting a path that is uniquely yours. And in doing so, you inspire others to do the same, reminding them that the only opinion that truly matters is the one they hold about themselves. 9. Preference for solitude over social circles. While many people feel energized by large social gatherings, Sigma females are unique in that solitude often feels more nourishing. This doesn't mean you dislike people or are antisocial, but you thrive best in environments where you can be alone with your thoughts. For you, solitude is not isolation. It's a way to recharge, reflect, and reconnect with your inner self. In solitude, you find clarity. It's your sanctuary for creativity, problem-solving, and deep introspection. Where others might fill silence with noise, you embrace the quiet, understanding that it's in those moments of stillness that you gain the most insight about yourself and the world around you. You're not afraid of your own company. In fact, you treasure it. This time alone is essential for your mental and emotional well-being. It allows you to process your emotions, unwind from the complexities of daily life, and re-energize without the external demands that come from social interactions. Your preference for solitude doesn't mean you're a recluse, however. You know how to navigate social situations with ease when necessary. But you're selective about where and with whom you spend your energy. You'd rather have deep, meaningful connections with a few people than shallow interactions with many. Social gatherings are fine in moderation, but for you, there's nothing quite like the peace and freedom of time spent in your own company. This love of solitude is a defining trait that sets you apart. While others may feel uncomfortable being alone or see it as a sign of loneliness, you see it as a powerful tool for self-discovery and growth. Your ability to find comfort in your own presence is a testament to your self-assurance and independence. You don't need constant validation or entertainment from others because you've cultivated a rich internal life. In a world that often values extroversion and constant socializing, your preference for solitude may seem unusual, but it's a key factor in your ability to remain balanced, focused, and deeply attuned to your goals. You understand that solitude is where transformation happens, and you embrace it fully. 10th, minimal need for approval or validation. Sigma females are remarkably self-assured, and this manifests in your minimal need for approval or validation from others. You're not the type to seek external praise, nor do you feel the need to conform to societal standards to feel good about yourself. Instead, you derive your sense of worth from within, relying on your own judgment and values to guide you. You've cultivated a deep sense of self-confidence, one that isn't easily shaken by criticism or the opinions of others. When people question your choices or doubt your abilities, it doesn't faze you. You're not living for applause or external accolades. You're living for your own satisfaction and fulfillment. You set your own goals and measure your success by your own standards, not by society's metrics. This mindset gives you a kind of freedom that many people envy. When you don't need constant validation from others, you're able to take risks, follow unconventional paths, and make bold decisions without fear of judgment. You're not swayed by trends or what's popular because you have a clear understanding of who you are and what you stand for. Your minimal need for approval also translates into your work and relationships. You don't seek out compliments or need constant reassurance to feel valued. Instead, you focus on self-improvement and personal growth, trusting that your efforts will speak for themselves. You're able to maintain strong boundaries because you're not afraid of losing approval or being disliked. This makes you incredibly self-sufficient and resilient, able to weather criticism without losing your sense of direction. In relationships, this trait makes you a powerful partner. You're not looking for someone to complete you or validate your worth. You're already whole. Your partners and friends appreciate that you're confident and independent, and you don't place the burden of your self-worth on them. This creates healthier, more balanced connections because you bring your full, authentic self to the table without needing constant affirmation. Ultimately, your minimal need for approval allows you to live authentically and pursue your goals with clarity and conviction. You trust yourself above all else, and that inner confidence is what makes you a true Sigma female. 11th, strategic and purpose-driven. Another defining trait of Sigma females is your highly strategic mindset. You don't make decisions impulsively or based on whims. You carefully analyze your options, weighing the pros and cons before making a move. Everything you do has a purpose behind it, and you approach both your personal and professional life with this sense of intention. Being purpose-driven means you're always thinking ahead. You're not content to drift through life without direction. Instead, you set clear goals for yourself and work methodically to achieve them. Whether it's a career move, a personal project, or even the way you manage your time, you have a clear sense of what you want to accomplish, and you don't let distractions derail you. This strategic mindset also extends to how you interact with others. You're highly observant and intuitive, able to read people and situations with remarkable accuracy. This allows you to navigate complex social dynamics and make decisions that serve your long-term interests. You don't waste time on superficial relationships or pointless drama. You focus on building meaningful connections that align with your goals and values. You're not easily swayed by momentary emotions or societal pressure because you have a clear vision of where you're going. Your ability to think several steps ahead sets you apart as a leader and a trailblazer. While others might rush into decisions or act without considering the consequences, you take the time to evaluate every option, ensuring that your actions are aligned with your greater purpose. Being purpose-driven doesn't mean you're rigid or overly serious. On the contrary, it allows you to be flexible and adaptable because you always have your end goal in mind. If one strategy doesn't work, you're quick to adjust and try something new. You're not afraid to take calculated risks, knowing that even failure can be a stepping stone to success when you're operating with a clear sense of purpose. This trait makes you incredibly resilient and determined. No matter what obstacles you encounter, you remain focused on your ultimate vision. You don't get easily discouraged because you understand that every challenge is just another step in your journey. Being a Sigma female is about more than just rejecting the traditional expectations society places on women. It's about embracing a life that is uniquely yours, defined by your autonomy, independence, and personal values. You're not confined by labels or boxed in by societal norms. Instead, you forge your own path with confidence and clarity, understanding that your journey is one of self-discovery and self-mastery. Sigma females are often misunderstood because you move through life on your own terms, not seeking the spotlight but not shying away from it either. You don't need validation from others to feel complete, and you thrive in environments where you can maintain your freedom and pursue your goals with purpose. Your quiet confidence and inner strength make you a force to be reckoned with, even if you aren't always the loudest voice in the room. Your ability to navigate the complexities of modern life while staying true to yourself sets you apart. You know when to stand alone and when to build meaningful connections, always prioritizing quality over quantity in your relationships. Your preference for solitude, deep introspection, and self-reliance may make you seem elusive, but these traits are your superpowers. They enable you to lead from the shadows, strategically and purposefully. In a world that often pressures people to conform, the Sigma female embraces her individuality unapologetically. You know that true strength doesn't come from fitting in, but from standing firm in your beliefs and following your own course. You are constantly evolving, not to meet anyone else's expectations, but to become the best version of yourself. Being a Sigma female is a powerful and liberating experience. You recognize that life is not about seeking external validation, but about cultivating inner peace, wisdom, and fulfillment. You are comfortable walking alone when necessary, knowing that your path is uniquely yours to walk. You're not afraid to challenge norms, break barriers, and pursue your passions with unwavering resolve. So continue to embrace who you are, a woman who is strong, introspective, and fiercely independent. Your Sigma spirit is a beacon of authenticity in a world that often demands conformity. Keep walking your path, and remember, the strength of a Sigma female lies not in the number of people who notice her, but in the unshakable confidence she carries within. And of course, subscribe to the Sigma Sisterhood channel to keep growing, learning, and embracing your unique journey alongside a community of like-minded women.